Hey, what's up guys, Kazoo here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 18 squad builder video on my channel. And today it is all based around this man, Marlos. If you do not know him, then yeah, you've probably been living under a rock the last few FIFA years. Because he's probably one of the most iconic players in the community when it comes to like especially players that people used back in the day as well. This man used to be a Brazilian. And now he's obviously a very nice rated, 82 rated player. And you can see that he picked up an inform recently. And that is also the player we're going to be using for a squad. Now this man actually decided to change his nationality from Brazil to Ukraine. Which is maybe a bit strange if you first think of it. But this guy actually has been playing in Ukraine since I think 2012. And yeah, he now plays for Shakhtar Donetsk. And the reason why I actually got that inform is because he managed to help his team to a 4-2 victory with 3 assists for himself, which is not too bad. He's actually been on a pretty decent form as well, getting 7 goals already in the league and also 2 goals in the Champions League. And the reason why I know this kind of type of stuff is because I actually looked this guy up on OneFootball, which is the app I've actually been letting you guys know about in the recent videos. It's a great app. It's free to download for you guys. Link is in the description down below. It's an app where you can simply just go into detail when it comes to the statistics of every single player you pretty much want to look up. I decided to do it for Marlos, and you can see that he's actually been having a pretty decent season this year. I've seen him play in the Champions League as well since Shakhtar actually got matched up with Feyenoord, which obviously is a Dutch team. So I've seen him play, and I'm actually really impressed with him. And it's just so cool to see a player that you've known for so long from just playing FIFA to see him now playing really well in the Champions League as well. It's just something really cool, and thought I would share with you guys as well. So then moving to the squad, I decided to go with the 4-3-3 and then the 4th variation. It is probably my go-to formation when it comes to skill squads. Even though I'm a huge fan of the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow this year, the 4-3-3 is still a formation I really like to use. In goal, we decided to go with Samir Handanovic, the goalkeeper from Inter, 87 rated. He's quite expensive, but that's mainly because of the SBCs that are currently out. He did an amazing job for me though in net, and I would say he's definitely worth the coins. Then moving on to the left back, we got a cheap player in Wendell from Bayer Leverkusen. Decent player with some great stats, 86 pace, 71 defending, 72 physical, and some decent dribbling and passing as well. And he did a very good job for me. I've used him a number of times as well. Decided to pick him up again also for this squad. Linking him up is another Brazilian. This man, Miranda, one of my favorite center backs in almost every single FIFA. And also this year, he's very good. Even though his stats might not be like for an 86 rated player, it's mainly because of the pace and the physical, I think. But that 88 defending is definitely something you notice in game, especially with that shadow chemistry style as well. Then moving on to his partner in crime, Thiago Silva, 88 rated this year, and he also doesn't really have the most amazing stats, but just like Miranda, did a very good job. Although I wouldn't say he's worth the coins. Picked him up for 57k, which is quite a lot for a centre back in my opinion. But you can see I actually managed to get a goal with him. A bit of a surprise that I got him, because I tried to just simply get a goal, and all of a sudden he was up front. So it might have been because of the high work rates he actually has. But he did a great job for me in his team. Then moving on to another Brazilian, a right back this time. It is Rafael, former United player, of course, now plays for Olympique Lyon. Also could have gone with Dani Alves, but since I already had this guy in my club, I decided to give him a go and see what he's like. And also, just like Wendell on the other side, he also did a very good job for me, and was very decent. Then moving on to the final Brazilian player in this team, the final of the 5 Brazilians we actually have in the squad, and that is Fred. Also a player I've used quite a lot over the recent years, because he obviously plays for Shakhtar, and Shakhtar always have some players which are definitely worth trying. And this year we obviously have Marlos, and he scored an amazing goal for me, just a crazy long shot out of nowhere really. And again, also dominating that midfield with that high attacking, high defensive work rates. Great pace on him, and also, as you've seen, a great shot on him as well. Then as a center attacking mid, we have Thiago, one of my favorite players in real life. And I usually use this guy as sort of a controlling midfielder rather than a center attacking mid. And this time, he managed to score 2 goals for me. I think it was also the first time for me using him in FIFA 18. Used him a lot in FIFA 17. Remember using him for Fatal as well. And you can see he scored a very nice goal there with him. Then I scored another goal with him, a second goal, which was a bit of luck. I tried to go in a skill run with a different player. And then you can see from a rebound, it was Thiago who managed to get himself another goal for an open net. So Thiago, also a player I really, really like. He's only 40k, so it's definitely a player you could try out since, yeah, again, you will get so many informs this year. That's something that is always guaranteed with him. Then moving on to the CDM, we have another Spaniard in Camacho there from Wolfsburg. Now, I could have gone with maybe Tolisso or something, but I decided to try this guy out, since he actually has pretty decent stats, apart from maybe his pace, which is something people always look at, of course. But I didn't really notice it that much, like the 61 pace. So he did a great job for me as well. And then we move to the left winger, where we have Frank Ribéry. And I've used this guy before. I've only used this Scream version. I actually did a video on it as well. I will leave a link in the top right hand corner so you can check it out after this video. But yeah, I really like that upgraded Scream version. That's also one of the players I would definitely try out again once he gets that upgrade. And I was quite excited to actually use his regular, since I hadn't used him before this year. And he was a bit of a disappointment for me in his team, but I think the main reason was because I was probably too focused on maybe getting goals, especially with Marlo. So that was probably one of the reasons why I didn't really create much with him, and why he only got 1 goal. So yeah, that might have been the reason. It's something I usually have when I build skill squads around a certain player. Then we move to the striker, where we have a Ukrainian player as well in Andriy Yarmolenko. Now, he picked him up in Inform, I think, quite a while ago, because this one has been out for quite some time. And as soon as he came out, I just really wanted to try him out, but I just didn't really know how to link him up in a sort of a hybrid. But as soon as Marlos actually got that nationality change, I just knew that I had to try him out. Now, the first time I used him, I was kind of struggling with him when it comes to finishing. That's also something you notice in the first 2 clips. But as soon as I got the first goal with him, which was this one, by the way, a nice blank hop to a crazy volley, I managed to score some very nice goal with him. And as you noticed as well, he's by default a winger, and you can see in game as well that he's quite big, quite strong too. So I figured I would use him as a striker, and he did not disappoint for me. Here as well, I tried to go for something fancy, and then just all of a sudden he managed to just smash that volley into the top corner like it's nothing. And yeah, Yarmolenko, definitely a player I would recommend as maybe like a striker or something, especially when it comes to like wingers which have 5-star skill. Yarmolenko is definitely someone you could use up front in that central role, because obviously a lot of people, especially this year and also in the recent years, have been using wingers up front. So why not give it a try with Yarmolenko? I've not used his regular version. Obviously, he has a lot less pace. I think 81. But I think he'll do a good job for you as well if you cannot afford his Inform. Then we move on to the final player of this squad, the main man, of course, in this team. That is going to be Marlos. Now, you will see that I also have his Brazilian version in my club. I've actually been using him quite a bit. You can see that I played 27 games with him. Got 6 goals, 3 assists, and you will actually see some goals that I scored with the regular version of Marlos, the Brazilian one, in this video as well. But these are the stats for Marlos: 85 pace, 89 dribbling, 79 shooting, and 84 passing. And I managed to score 5 goals with him in 8 games, which is not too bad, I think, for a right winger. And considering that pretty much all the goals were actually very, very nice, I was actually really happy with him. And the fact that this guy only goes for like 20k or something, it's just nothing. The reason why he's obviously that cheap is because he plays for Shakhtar, and it's a league which only has 1 club in FIFA. And he obviously now is a Ukrainian player, so that's also a nation which isn't really popular in FIFA. But yeah, he's just an amazing player this year. I've used him since the start of FIFA 18, really. And this was actually one of the hat-tricks I managed to get with his regular card. I mean, his regular was already amazing for me, so I was just so excited to try out his Inform. And like, I'm really wondering what EA will do with his Brazilian version. Which already is in the game, of course. Now he actually has changed his nationality. Since, in case you didn't know, Marlos actually has been a player which is very, very common in the FIFA community since like FIFA 11 or something. Used to be a silver 5-star skiller back in the day, which a lot of YouTubers used back then. Back then, almost everyone did skills, even the Pentas and stuff. So, yeah, he's definitely an iconic player. And it's strange for sure to see him now having a different nationality, since he's such an iconic player, like I said, in the community. And, yeah, you probably won't get a Brazilian card anymore in Ultimate Team. So, the one that is available still in FIFA 18, not sure for how long, or if EA actually is going to change that version at all. I would definitely pick it up, maybe as sort of an investment or something, because it might go up. I can definitely see it going out of packs as soon as his inform obviously goes out of packs. And yeah, in terms of how he plays in game as well, I mean, you've seen the goals in the background. Also, this volley, just unexpected, just a crazy shot. That was against Joe Hart, by the way. Just a ridiculous player in Ultimate Team. Definitely give him a try if you're a skiller. If you're not a skiller and just want to use him, definitely give him a go as well, because his stats won't disappoint you in game. Also, for those wondering, I will leave a link in the description down below to this squad, so you can check out the price and stuff, and maybe even try it out yourself. And also, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more squad builders like this, because I really like making videos about like the players and stuff which get informs, especially when they are 5-star skillers. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully you get to see one of these videos very soon again. But anyway, that's where we're going to be ending off this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you of course did, make sure to leave a like, would be very much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to turn notifications on as well, so you don't miss a single upload. And I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.